Hello, Big Brother fans, and this is the recap for episode 10. We start out with Nicole in her frog costume, which is the punishment for losing the HOH competition. Truthfully, though, she is just way too cute for that. And if you hadn't already seen the link that I put in one of the last videos that showed the pictures of, like how they dolled it up with bows and how she had got Frankie to cut the length of it, and it's down to really cute shorts with elasticized legs and everything. She's just adorable. She truly is. Let's see. Caleb realizes Devin realized that the house turned on him, and then they showed that Jocasta had fallen ill. Well, they kind of breezed over that, and they really didn't explain it. And I explained it a couple of episodes before in the feeds chat. And anyway, it was a bunch of stuff leading up to it. She apparently didn't use the bathroom for quite some time and was stopped up, and then I guess they gave her an enema, and then she had way too much coming out of her, plus the heat, the heat, and it just was not a really good combination. So anyway, she did get very, very ill, very sick. I really did think that she was going to actually be evicted from the game. She was going to have to self-evict and be hospitalized, but I think they gave her the choice of putting in an IV, and she said there's no way that she would have taken an IV. And Donnie says, I wouldn't want anything being poked up into my skin in this filthy house. The house is just disgusting. Engage Stalker Caleb mode. Seriously, the boy doesn't understand how to buy a clue. Vanna, sell him one. Because it's ridiculous already at this point, where no matter how hard Amber rebuffs him, he still keeps coming back for more. And of course, in his mind, he's like this knight in shining armor. And the guys in the house don't help any. Where they, keep saying, whoa, dude, you're like her knight in shining armor and you're saving her life and blah, 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 whereas really she told him several times, I don't want you doing this for me, don't worry, blah, blah, blah. And I mean, it was a move on all the guys' part to get Derek's part, to get him to put him, offer himself up for as a pawn. But anyway, she doesn't like him like that, and then they show how Cody and Amber are, they have been friends, and every time they are anywhere near one another, Caleb just cannot handle it, and he storms out and gives them the crazy super stalker scary look and goes off and pouts for hours at a time. It really is scary. And if her family, if any one of you know her, have them put out a, y'all need to keep him away after, they're out of this house, because that's scary stuff. He's kind of scary. Anyway, Derek and Cody are talking, and they said that, if the POV is won by Devin, or if it wasn't used for any reason, then they need to get Caleb out. And at that point, Donnie moves on to start the Team America task, which is to get 3 people to start spreading a rumor that one of the house guests is related to a past house guest. And so Frankie came up with, why don't we have Zach be related to Amanda Zuckerman, who was last year's contestant, or house guest rather, and we'll start it that way. And so the cool part is that Donnie tells Nicole, and he tells her, when you can get Christine alone, see if she's heard anything. They specifically said who to go tell, which is, one of their closer buddies, and to keep it quiet, and just, so that it wouldn't get rampant and everyone would learn at the same time, so that they could get their 3 specific people to pass this on. And then Derek tells Caleb, and of course, Caleb tells Amber, because he tells Amber everything. And then Derek and Donnie tell Zach, and Zach oh, hilarious, plays along with it for half a second before he thinks it's hilarious. And so he goes out and he tells Nicole, so score, ka-ching, $5,000 for each one of them. But I thought that was pretty funny that he just dug that, you know, and they kind of wore that into the ground for a while there. Jocasta couldn't play in the veto because she said heat exhaustion. America's Vote, their new mission. Who should they put on the block? A floater or a physical threat? Okay, so I'm going to ask you, seriously? We're going to pay, oh, well, not me, but I mean, you know, they're going to pay them $5,000 for something they're going to already do? I mean, come on now. I mean, there's two choices in this house. You're going to put up a physical threat or you're going to put up a floater. Those are your two choices. How is this a vote? What are you guys going to vote? Veto players are picked. Christine, Devin, and Donnie. It was hilarious that Jocasta's bow tie was represented there. And Cody was going to be the host. And then my cat got crazy and needed some medicine, so I didn't get the name of the game and the total rules. But basically what it was is they were put into this huge dice, and the thingy was spun, and then whatever number it ended up on, they had to move the dice around so that when strategically, so that when it landed back on home base, the number that was spun had to land on the top. So if you think about it, it's pretty darn challenging. The thing is that as each person went up, it went like Christine wanted to take on Devin, and Devin won. Then Derek decided to choose Devin, and Devin won. And as Devin pointed out, the more I'm playing, the more I'm getting this game. But you know what? I don't know if you really could get it, to tell you the truth. You know, it's like, because you really had to think about it. You know, it's like how many times do I need to get this to get back there, and you know how many spins away am I from being on that platform? I ain't gonna lie, I don't think I myself could do it. So then we finally get to Donnie, and everyone's like, oh God, his fate is in Donnie. You know, our fate is in Donnie's hand. Well, yeah, you know what? Old guys with beards can get it done. Yes, indeed, he won. And Devin had to go sit down on the side, and everyone cheered, and everyone was happy. And then, of course, we had to move on. And Caleb was up versus Donnie. And Caleb still had to play because he wants to make sure that he is safe, right? He wanted to, you know, the best scenario is win and pull himself down. Or, I mean, you know, Donnie win and then Donnie take down Jocasta and throw up Devin. But, you know, they really wanted to save Caleb, basically, is kind of what it was. But whatever. Anyway, Donnie ends up winning the POV, and he immediately goes in and shows Jocasta the POV and says that she's not going home this time. And she cries like a big old wah-wah baby. I'm talking wah-wah baby. And then Cody comes in and does a little Chippendale dance for her, and that was kind of weird, but yeah, okay. And, of course, Frankie was like, ooh, I'm sick. I've got heat exhaustion. Give me some of that. Him and Cody are actually really, really close. They hug, and it's kind of weird to me. I mean, you know, I'm all about that. I mean, you know, don't get me wrong. I'm not phobic. But it's like sometimes they just stand there and they hug each other for, like, minutes. And I'm just like, oh, that's kind of awkward, man. Maybe it's just because maybe it's my issue and you know, my space. You know, it's like I need to have my space, kind of thing. So sometimes I find it kind of weird. Anyway, moving on. So then we get to the veto ceremony, and Donnie uses it on Jocasta, who cries once again like a big old baby right into Derek's microphone, and then Devin gets thrown up. And that was a pretty good episode. I thought it was pretty darn good, actually. So anyway, what's been going on? Nothing really. Devin's coming to terms. Devin is dealing with, you know, that, you know, I am leaving, and he's going to go out with grace and style. And, you know, he says the 4 guys who he wants standing at the door to say goodbye to him. He wants Caleb to be the last guy to be, you know, at the door, the last person he sees out. I don't know why there, you know, if there's anything special about that. It's been a pretty boring day around the house today, but you know what? The best stuff usually happens at night. There was another team. Where did I write it? I wrote it down, but I think I might have tossed it because I don't know how real it is. The Detonators. That was it. I put the picture up on my website. The Detonators was formed last night, very late at night, as things always happen in the Big Brother household. Don't ever go to sleep. If you ever participate as a Big Brother contestant, do not ever go to bed before the rest of the entire cast goes to bed, because then you will not be a part of any new alliance that's formed. So anyway, they are called the Detonators, and the 5 people were Christine, Cody, Zach, Derek, can't even remember. Go see the picture on my website. I'll put the link below. Alright, see you guys. Bye!